What's going on, everyone? So the Lakers point guard D'Angelo Russell has having himself a historically great season, literally. D'Angelo Russell is now officially the Lakers three-point leader. He broke the record a couple games ago, but now he has actually done a league history achievement. So D'Angelo Russell now joins Steph Curry and Damian Lillard, two of, if not the greatest shooters in NBA history, for the only players to achieve 200 plus three pointers, 400 plus assists, while shooting 40% plus from 3-point range. D'Angelo Russell, ladies and gentlemen, is officially having a historically great season. Now, this is by far the best season he's ever had of his career. On the season, he's averaging 18.2 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 6 assists while shooting 46% total from the field. But basically the last several months, he's basically a lock for 20 plus a game. He just, again, your average is the entirety of the season, including the beginning of the season where he actually was very rough to start the season. But so far through this season, he's shooting 42.1% from 3-point range. 42.1% from 3-point range. The guy is just, the guy's been lights out in every way. Every game, he's essentially a lock for anywhere from 3 to 5 threes a game. It's not counting the games where he has regularly this year knocked down 6, 7, 8 of them. He's played 70 games so far, so he's done a great job of being healthy and playing on the basketball court. He's averaging 32 minutes per game, and he's doing it on 7.1 attempts per game. So he's averaging three makes a game. That is incredible, literally. And just from everywhere, from the standpoint, again, him averaging the 18 points and 6 assists, his ability to make plays as well as play off ball has just been so huge for the Lakers. One of the things the Lakers have really been searching for the last few years is D'Angelo Russell. Literally. Somebody that can initiate the offense, run and orchestrate the offense. When LeBron goes to the bench, the offense is still in good hands. He can make plays and allow LeBron James to play more off ball. But when LeBron is on ball, somebody that can play off of LeBron and still make an impact and not be a liability when he doesn't have the ball in his hands. D'Angelo Russell is constantly a threat. He is more of a threat without the ball than he is with the ball. But he is just that good with the basketball. Usually when D'Angelo Russell has the ball in his hands, good things happen for the Lakers, right? But he's more of a threat off ball because usually if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, it's, a LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Austin Reeves, and he's just shooting the basketball so well that you always have to account for him. But then you have a LeBron James and Anthony Davis who just do such a good job of just attracting and drawing the attention that D'Lo's getting looks that he's never gotten before. Another big thing is it's so refreshing to get somebody that comes to the Lakers and doesn't forget how to shoot, right? Malik Beasley was supposed to be D'Angelo Russell last year, and he was atrocious. He couldn't buy a three to save his life. I probably could have outshot Malik Beasley last season. It was ridiculous how badly he was shooting. And we've seen that trend where the Lakers will go acquire somebody and they're known as a good 3-point shooter, and all of a sudden they forget. But D'Lo's been better. Literally, he had one of his best shooting stints of his career last season as soon as he came to the Lakers. And then this season came back and basically topped it for an entire season. He has been everything the Lakers have been looking for, everything the Lakers have wanted, and then some. Now, obviously, he's not another star. He does have his flaws, without a doubt. I'm not saying he's some superstar or anything like that. But the Lakers have only won one game without D'Angelo Russell this year in the games that he's missed. And that was the game where Spencer Dinwiddie took over and basically played the D'Lo role, and he played it excellent, right? He basically played it as good as D'Lo did that one game. Outside of that, We are best when D'Lo is on. We are best when D'Lo is at his best. And I know that look, I get people have these concerns about the playoffs and all that stuff. I don't. Now, I'm not saying he won't be bad. I'm also not saying he won't be good. Like, I don't know, right? But what I do know is he was really good for us in the Grizzlies series, really good for us in the Warriors series, struggled mightily in that Nuggets series. I get it, right? What have you done for me lately? The last thing that you remember is him just getting torched in the Denver series. But so did everybody. Like, we didn't lose that series because of D'Angelo Russell. Right? I lost that series because of the team, and Denver was just better. I mean, it's the reality. It sucks, but that's the reality, right? But D'Angelo Russell, he's not afraid of the moment. I mean, this is also a guy that has led a team as the best player to the playoffs, right? And was good in that season. So he's had years where he's been good in the playoffs. And, you also, something that I also think people forget and leave out of translation is D'Angelo Russell wasn't even supposed to be playing. He had a foot injury. I mean, there's literally an interview, you can go look it up, where he talked about it before the playoffs, where he said, if this wasn't the playoffs, I wouldn't even be playing. He had a foot injury. Anthony Davis had a foot injury. LeBron James had a foot injury. And they still were able to get to the conference finals. And still that Denver series was decided by 24 points total. Right? Like, give the guy a chance. I feel like so many people are so, like, excited for D'Lo's downfall in the playoffs. Like, I'm not talking about non-Laker fans and haters. I'm talking about, like, legit people that claim to be Laker fans are so quick to be like, oh, well, D'Lo's going to be trash in the playoffs. Like, why are we rooting for that? I'll never understand that. Like, why are we rooting for a player on our team that has been brilliant for us this year, that has been everything we could ask for and more, to fail when he gets to the playoffs? If D'Lo is great, the Lakers are going to be great. If D'Lo is bad, the Lakers are probably going to be pretty bad. So if anything, we should be uplifting, praising, and highlighting D'Angelo Russell. We need D'Angelo Russell badly. And look, I hope D'Lo sticks around long term. I really do. Like, I was even in the trade deadline, I was in the camp of keep D'Lo, trade Reeves. I still kind of feel that way. I mean, D'Lo's just been clearly by far the better player. He is by far the better shooter. At least this year, right? Austin Reeves has been terrible shooting the three ball this season. He's had these stretches, he's had these moments, like a 4 or 5 game stretch here and there, but for the most part, he's been pretty bad shooting the three ball. D'Lo's been literally lights out, right? Like, so I would love if D'Lo sticks around long term. The problem is he's playing so well, he's probably getting paid. And so, in all honesty, we probably lose him. It sucks, but that's probably what's going to happen. Hopefully we don't lose him for nothing, right? Like a team like the Orlando Magic, they're supposedly going to make a big push for D'Lo in the offseason. So maybe you could work something out where the Lakers are looking to try to get a Trae Young or, maybe a Donovan Mitchell or something like that. Again, just going off of the reports. But hopefully if you do lose D'Lo, it's something where you're trading him to Orlando and getting back some stuff, or you're getting back stuff that you're rerouting to, say, a Cleveland or an Atlanta, something like that. Like, I would hate to lose D'Lo just to lose D'Lo, but he's probably getting 30 plus. I would be very surprised if he opts into his contract. The only way I see him opting into his contract is if the Lakers win the championship. Right? Like, let's say the Lakers do win the championship. I could see him opting into his contract just to say, hey, let's run it back and see if we could repeat. I don't have to commit long term. I can just re-sign right now. Let's go for this repeat. If we get it, then we'll figure it out. If we don't, then I can just depart and go elsewhere. Right? That's the only way I really see that happening. Because he's just been so spectacular. Somebody's going to offer him a contract. Somebody's going to be like, oh, man, we could really use a point guard, and he's a guy. I mean, he's still only 28 years old, still extremely young. The way he's playing, right? Like, the way he's able to play make. I mean, he's been spectacular this season. Some team is going to go, man, we could really use that. I think ultimately, though, it does come down to the playoffs, right? If D'Lo is basically what he's been in the regular season in the playoffs, and he's good, right? Then he's, without a doubt, he's getting paid. I have zero doubt he's getting 30 plus million. But if he does have his struggles, like if he does end up playing like he did in the Denver series and he does disappear, then I think he might not get those offers that he thinks he's going to get. And Lakers may be able to keep him. So those are kind of the routes. But look, he's clearly our third best player. He's clearly our third most important player. Because again, everything that he does on the court. It's not just his shooting and his scoring ability, it's his playmaking. He's been solid on the defense side. He's not great, he's not elite, right? He's rough at times, but he's having one of the better defensive seasons of his career. He's been serviceable for the most part. He's been really good at disrupting passing lanes and have active hands. I like it a lot. I'm always constantly highlighting like D'Lo defensive plays and stuff. Again, he's not, Derek White or, a Jared Vanderbilt or anything like that, but he is, he's at least out there making the attempt, right? But to me, it's more so of his ability to play make, his ability to get guys going, him constantly being a threat off ball. He has so many attributes to him, right? We've seen games where even his offense is struggling and he'll just stop shooting and just make plays for everybody and go get you 14 assists. And it's like, oh man, D'Lo really couldn't shoot the basketball. It's like, yeah, but he, instead of like just shooting us out of the game, he just said, hey, I'm just going to be full playmaker, right? Like, I love that awareness about him. He's just been very spectacular this year. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're a D'Lo lover and all. Yeah, you're right. D'Lo has been, we have zero chance of winning anything this year if it's not for D'Angelo Russell. Like, seriously, D'Angelo Russell's been that good for us. He is clearly our third best player. He has, for the most part, game in and game out, been about as consistent as you could ask him to be. Has he had bad games here and there? Yeah, of course, everyone does. But he has been amazing. And I get people have the questions about the playoffs. Again, I don't know. Right? Just like so many people have in their mind, Austin Reeves is going to be a superstar in the playoffs. We don't know that. Could he? Yes. But he's been rough this season, although he's been much better defensively. I have to give Austin Reeves a ton of credit in that regard. He's been very good defensively. Again, not elite, not great, any of that, but he's been very good considering where he was. But we're going on the assumption of last season. Like, everyone's going on the assumption like, oh, well, he was so great last year, he's going to do it again this year. Yeah, but he was also great in the regular season, right? It kind of just carried over and translated. We have one sample size with Austin Reeves. We don't have 3, 4, 5 years of Austin. I mean, we have more of a sample size with Rui Hachimura than we do with Austin Reeves that Rui's going to show up, because at least he was in the playoffs with the Wizards and did stuff with the Wizards. D'Lo, again, D'Lo has more sample size of him being better in the postseason. So, again, I'm not saying either is going to be good or bad. I'm saying I don't know. Let's wait and see and find out. But as far as like rooting for guys to fail that are on our team, I can't back that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Again, I want Austin Reeves to be spectacular. I hope Austin Reeves gets back to being Austin Reeves of the playoffs last year, please. Because if D'Lo plays the way that he's playing right now, Austin Reeves gets back to playoff Reeves, Rui gets to playoff Rui, and you have a healthy LeBron James and Anthony Davis, nobody's beating us, not even Denver. Austin Reeves playing like he did in that Denver series where he's averaging 21 a game. D'Angelo Russell actually showing up and dropping 18 to 20 plus and dishing out 6 assists. A healthy LeBron, a healthy Anthony Davis, Rui Hachimura playing the way he's playing. If we have a healthy Jared Vanderbilt and everything, we're running through this playoffs. Boston, give me all the smoke. If everyone plays that way. And we can consistently do that. Right? We've seen games like that. We've had games here and there where D'Lo and Reeves and, LeBron and AD all drop 20 and, Lakers win by 40. Like, we've seen that. But we got to see it in the playoffs and consistently. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Are you impressed by D'Angelo Russell this season? Do you think that he's he's doing great. He's going to continue to be great. What are your thoughts on him come the playoffs? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.